What's up, you guys? It's your girl Rose, and I'm back with another video. And so today I wanted to do like a life update video on like the breakup, how's my life going, how do I handle things, how am I handling things. Because as you guys know, I broke up with my ex-boyfriend. We were together for like 4.5 years. We broke up almost like about three months ago. So yeah, so make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let's get into the video. So as like I said, about almost 3 months ago, I posted a video about my breakup and how I was handling things. And if you guys haven't seen that video, it's gonna be in the description box below. Go watch it and then come back over and watch this video. Now, when I recorded and posted that video, September, when I first posted that video, that was like the roughest month for me, as you can see in the video, kinda. And people who knows me and just me telling you guys, I was like at a really bad place. I was really sad. I was really depressed. It was really hard to accept the fact that after 4.5 years, my relationship was over, and the person that I was with already, you know, seeing someone else. So I feel like that made it harder, also knowing that the person I was with was already, you know, dealing with someone else. And so yeah, it was really hard, and I was really sad. I can't express to you guys how hard September was. And if anyone's going through a breakup, it's going to be hard. Especially, I feel like the longer the relationship is, the longer it hurts after the breakup. That's just my opinion, and I can be wrong. I guess it also depends on how invested you were in the relationship, determines on how hurt you will be. So for me, I was a little too committed, and that's why it was so hard, and you know, it was difficult. So my advice is, for not ladies or not guys, just in general, when you are in a relationship, before you invest so much into it, and I mean, like in my case, we got on a lease together, and I feel like that's just like something you should do when you guys are like engaged or married. And even though your marriage can end, and sometimes your engagement can end also, I just feel like it's more commitment when you're engaged or you're married. Another thing is, you know, just make sure the person that you're with is also invested. Because you could be invested and you can be, I feel like my problem is, I be invested and I be thinking long term and I be thinking forever. Like, I'm fine with, I'd rather it this way, honestly. I'd rather meet someone, fall in love with them, and be with that one person for the rest of my life. That's just how I am. But that's just my advice. Make sure that you and the person both are on the same page and committed. If you're not on the same page, it's never gonna work. And I feel like that's a big thing, and why my relationship failed, because we weren't on the same page. I mean, our end goal may have been the same, but the route to get to the end goal was totally different. It was like I was going this way and he was going this way, and yeah, at some point we may have probably gotten to that, but it's just like, yeah. So no, like the first day after is like hard, the first month is hard, but then at some point things begin to take a turn, I want to say. For me, it took a turn in October. I'll never forget this day. It was my cousin's gender reveal, and I literally, from the time I woke up to the time I went to sleep, I just knew it wasn't going to be a good day. And I tried to like push through it, and I tried to be like, you know, that I'm going to be fine, I'm going to get over it. But I cried, you guys, and I lost it. I hit like the 1 month mark, and I kind of like lost it, like, and I just had a breakdown. And so it happened that my family was there, and they ended up like, you know, my parents ended up taking me to the side, and we ended up having like a really personal conversation. And it felt good to be able to express how I truly felt from like my heart, from my soul, and not have people look at me like, what the hell is this girl talking about? Like, no, that like they understood and they got it, and they even like my parents and my niece and my little sister spent the night. We had like movie night, and it ended up being a good night. And from that night, I told myself, I'm not gonna be sad. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna mourn. I'm gonna mourn it, but I'm not gonna be sitting in pity no more. And from that day forward, you guys, I honestly haven't cried. I haven't cried in almost 2 months now, and it's just like, I don't know, September, October was just like my month too. Like, I had the most fun in October, and I'm gonna say November is a little weird because it's like certain things, but I've been having fun, you guys. Like, going out with my friends, doing things that I never did before, doing things that I've always wanted to do. I've been saying this for like literally almost a year now. I want a puppy, but it just never worked out. And now that I have my own space and my own time, and my money is my money, and I don't have to like, you know, be be like, not, I don't want to say committed, but I don't have to like be in an agreement with someone. We don't have to agree on anything. Like, I can just do what I want to do. Things are different. Things are definitely different. Like, I'm soon to get my puppy. I'll do a video on that. I changed my house up so much. I've been buying, like, and this is stuff I didn't even realize until like recently. Like, I just let myself go. I stopped buying myself stuff. I stopped dressing up. I was gaining weight, you guys. I lost over 20 pounds. I buy myself stuff. I dress up. I go out with my friends. I sit at home with a cup of wine by myself. I read. I just do things for myself. So it is hard, and it's going to be hard. But I'm telling you guys, I promise you, at some point it is going to switch. It is going to change. You are going to wake up and you are going to realize, I think about this person less. I'm hurting less. It's just like it. I can't explain it. For me, I can't speak on anybody else but myself. Like, I've never felt so free in my life. I feel like that's one of the things that keep me pushing and keep me able to be like, you know, I've never felt so free in my life. I'm 28, as you guys know. For my 28 years of living, I've always taken care of people. And I've always been what people wanted me to be. I was a mama's girl for forever, and I will always remain a mama's girl because I have an awesome mom. But I was always a mama's girl, and I always never wanted to make my mom upset. So I just, in my head, was being a person that I just felt like was like this perfect little girl. And then I got my first relationship, and it was just like I was whatever he wanted me to be at the time, and that wasn't good. And then I got into, you know, this past relationship, and I was being whatever he wanted me to be, and being what I felt like he needed, and I was being what I felt like he deserved in a way. But and at the end of the day, I wasn't being myself, and I wasn't happy. Not that I wasn't being myself, but I felt like in a way I wasn't being true to myself. I was just doing something to make someone else happy, and that's never ever good and right. You should never be something that's not you, and you shouldn't be with someone who makes you want to be someone that you don't want to be, if that makes sense. So I've never felt more free in my life. Like, I get to do what I want, when I want, how I want, where I want. And that's just that. You start to realize how much you've given up for someone who didn't even appreciate it. You start to realize how much peace you have in your life. And, you know, at the end of the day, that's what's important. Your mental is way more important than, like, all the other stuff. Like, when you end a relationship and you sit back and you think, this is what I do, like, you know, what do you miss? Or what do you miss? And for me, honestly, the only thing that I missed was, like, having someone there. You know, it wasn't anything else, like, I missed, like, because as far as, like, conversation and friendships, I have great friends and I have great conversations with people. I meet people every day. Like, I'm just a people person, and I just love talking to people. So it's not like I miss conversation. Yeah, for me, for the most part, it was miss having someone there. And it's just like, I mean, like, for me, mostly at nighttime too. So it's like, that's never a good reason to stay in a relationship. It's because you're gonna miss, you don't want to be lonely, you're afraid to be alone. And I feel like, for me, that's a weak person move. Like, and I've been at that point in my life. Like I said, we all know before, when I broke up with my first boyfriend, I got with my current ex-boyfriend. It was a week's span of time before, you know, we were like, you know, dating each other. But so yeah, I've been at a point in my life where I jump from one situation to the next, and that's never good, you guys. It's never ever good. I don't care what anyone tells you. I don't care what happens. If you happen to meet someone, remind that person, like, I don't want to be nothing exclusive. I want to take things slow, like, I mean extremely slow, until you get to a better place. And I feel like if that person is meant for you, they should be able to understand it. And not even if they're meant for you, if they're adult, they'll be able to understand that, you know, you just got out of a situation, you know, we're prepared for a new situation, and you just want to figure yourself out, take some time to yourself, figure yourself out, get things settled, and make sure, you know, that chapter of your life is closed, and you are healing, and you healed, and you're moving forward. So that would be my advice too. But as long as you have good friends and family, you will be fine. More, that's another thing. I spend so much more time with the people that I love, and that's something I gave up for my relationship, was to be with that person almost all the time, and I gave up time with people that I love and that love me. So that's something I've also noticed. And just trying to make sure, guys, just take time or whatever. And yeah, that's all I really have to say about the whole breakup. I have not much to say about it anymore, because it's like, I'm just like over that point. I realized that me and that person, you know, we weren't meant to be. I gave too much of myself, and you know, it was just like, you know, I don't know. And another thing I would say, don't compare, but at the same time, that's all you can do is compare. Like, I feel like I tell myself don't compare my two exes, but at the same time, it's that's how people learn and realize certain things, by comparing them. In comparison, you learn a lot of things. And I feel like a lot of things I felt about my first boyfriend, like, I felt a lot of bad things about him. But me and him are cool. Like, we've squashed things long years ago. But I feel like now that I realize where I'm at now in life, and I'm older, I realize me and him were so young. When we got together, we were 21, and we went through a lot of things, but we were young, trying to be adults. We were trying to be grown and trying to live a life that we was not ready for. And I realized he's really not what I thought he was, because of everything I've been through. I realized, like, now if he's still doing that to this day, that's different. You are grown. And I'm not saying when we're 21 he wasn't grown, but we were young. And we put a lot of pressure on ourselves, both of us. So it's just, I realized a lot of things about him. And I look at him totally different now from everything I've been through recently. I look at him totally different. Like, I look at our whole relationship totally different. And to never stay with a man who disrespects you, puts you down. When he's mad, he's saying mean things to purposely hurt your feelings, because anybody who loves you not gonna do that. They're not gonna say mean things, and they don't want to hurt you. If they love you, they don't want to hurt you. Never stay with a man who, you know, cheats on you, or if y'all break up and then the next minute he's in messing with the next chick. You know, those are just qualities, and those are just traits that just is instilled in people, and you have to be able to walk away. So yeah, my tips to you, ladies and gentlemen: know your self-worth. Know that you don't deserve, if anything makes you feel bad, you don't deserve it. You don't need to be around that. Yes, you, when you're in a relationship, you and the person you are with are supposed to, you know, in a way, criticize each other and be each other's biggest fan and be each other's biggest critic. But there's a way to go about things, and there's a way to tell someone something you don't like without coming off nasty, without coming off mean and malicious. And you know, if anyone's doing anything like that, they really don't care. So that's how I feel about the breakups. Off of that subject and on to the new subject. How am I feeling? I'm feeling great, you guys. I'm just in a different, I'm just at a weird, I don't want to say weird, but a different stage of my life. I've never been here. I'm learning so much about myself. I struggled for years, and I feel like maybe that's why I ended up in 2 bad relationships, was or being by myself. And for the last 3 months I've been by myself, and it's so different, but it's so rewarding, you guys. It is. I want to look, you guys, when I say this, it's so rewarding. It is so rewarding. The things that I do and the time I have by myself, I've learned so much about myself and about my self-worth, and the things that I can and cannot and will not accept, and the things that I will. And I'm learning how to love, like pure love. And I'm just learning how to love myself and get myself in a healthier place and a happier place. And if I didn't go through this situation, I may not have been here. So take everything as a lesson. Learn from it, you guys. And you just have to learn from things. I feel like I used to fight the fight of wanting to learn against things, but I've learned so much in the last 3 months, and it's just truly amazing. And I thank God for giving me the strength that I do have, and I thank God for surrounding me around positive people who love me, people who got pure hearts. And I'm not saying no, everybody I'm around is perfect and angels. No, we all have flaws, and we all have things about us that we can work on, but their love is pure, and they mean good, and they mean well, and they love me wholeheartedly. And I thank God, and I thank them. I truly thank you guys, because I know some of you guys are watching this video. I thank you for having my back for the last 3 months, and being by my side and being my shoulder to cry on. I truly couldn't do it without you guys, and you guys are truly amazing. So thank you very much. But yes, self-worth and self-love is something I'm so big on lately, and everyone who knows me knows I am a campaign for it. And I tell people, you know, it's better to walk away out of any situation. I don't care if it's a marriage, kids, a friendship, families, whatever. If it's something that is bringing you down, it's messing with your mental, and it's not good for your body, it's not good for your health, it's not good for your life, and these people are dragging you down, you have to walk away. Update on life. Like I just said, I have a new job. I'm getting me a puppy. And that's really my update on life. I'm doing my apartment over. And I can't wait till I get my baby. For the most part, I'm just in a better place. I'm in a happier place. I'm in a healthier place. You know, I still have days where I'm just like, I can't believe this is where everything's come to, of course, because it was, you know, almost 5 years. But life happens, things happen. The only thing you could do is move on and pick yourself up, and don't let nobody tell you anything that you can't do. You can do whatever you believe you can do it. And I realized that I have people on my corner that I thought loved me and thought was wishing me the best, but they were just holding me back from my greatness. And yeah, so that's my life update, and I gave you guys my tips. And like I said, you guys, you know what, another thing, music. I listen to music every day. Music has helped me. One of my favorite albums right now is Summer Walker. I love Summer Walker. I do try to do something for myself, at least every day. I don't care if I go buy myself an ice cream cone. I don't care if I go take myself for a walk. I don't care if I go buy myself a cup of wine, whatever it is. I try to do something for myself every day, or at least every week. Treat myself to little things because I deserve it, and that's stuff that I wasn't doing for myself before, because I worry about somebody else, and it's time for Chantel to worry about Chantel, and that's what I've been doing. So worry about yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let nobody bring you down. And another thing, what was I about to say? Another thing that has helped me, this is a little bit of tips before we close out the video. If someone truly loves you and wants to spend the rest of their life with you, and y'all go through a bad, let's say a bad moment, a bad month, a bad breakup, a separation, let's say, if they truly love you, the thought of never being able to have you in their life, to be by you, to hold you, to touch you, to kiss you, to love you, anything, like, we get one life to live. And if that person is okay with being able to never do that for you again, that person doesn't love you. And if that doesn't eat at their soul and make them sick to the point where it's like, yo, I'm gonna come to you and be like, what can we do to make this work? That's not the person that for you. Like, another thing, put God first. I'm not gonna get into like a whole spiritual, you know, religious thing, but I talk to God almost every day, and I believe God has been showing me signs, and he's been blessing me tremendously within these last 3 months. And I truly believe that he's been giving me the strength, and I talk to him and I feel like he listens to me, he hears me, and he's helping me, and he's been showing me that I am making the right steps to a happier and better life. And I feel it, I see it, people around me see it. So you guys, put yourself first. That is it, you guys. I'm gonna do another like weight loss video soon. I'm gonna do a video with my puppy. Am I dating? No, I told you guys that I was not going to date. I was nowhere ready for dating. Do I think I'm ready now? I'm definitely open to the options, but I'm not pursuing anyone, and I'm not like, you know, out there looking for someone. If it happens, it happens. I'm not like, oh no, I'm never dating like I was in my first video, because I was like, I'm open to options, and I'm open to meeting new people and do different things. And I feel like my qualities and the things I want in a partner are so different. So it's like, it's going to be hard to find the things that I want, because things happen, and I'm a changed person. I'm a different woman. So it's like my wants and my needs are different. So yeah, I thank you guys for watching this video. I love you guys. Thank you for all your support, and I'm out. See you in the next video. Peace.